You can do the dishes. She's like, whoa, I think I'll be fired. Okay. And you can use this dressing again for any salad that you make. And what we're going to do is just pour it on there and massage the kale. So you'll notice it'll break down pretty quickly. And I compare it to like when you first get the kale when it's not massaged, it's pretty kind of hard and crunchy and harder to chew. But then once you massage it with the salad dressing, it's almost like the texture of the regular salad leaves. Can you go ahead and add the rest of that dressing in here for me, please? You are doing an amazing job.
Should get a bonus.
She gets to live in our house.
I mean,
She's fed. She gets clothes. She has parents that love her.
She gets pecans off that.
I know. Hey, what more could you ask for, right? What's that?
She gets the pecan butter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and she eats pretty good.
should get a pony.
No, actually she did. She got a pony for her first birthday, but it was one of those stuffed ponies. So, yes, we still have it. He's losing a lot of stuffing. Okay, so there is the massaged kale. So you notice it's kind of gotten a lot softer, and then we'll go ahead and. Oh, you having a time? Oh, I can't help you because I'm all greasy.
How long does it take you to make dinner every day?
How long does it take me to make dinner? I have no idea. It depends on what we're having. My new favorite thing is fish. Costco has a great freezer section, and they have wild caught salmon and mahi mahi we had the other night. And so it's easy. You can throw it, if it's not defrosted, you can throw it in some water in the sink for a few minutes. It defrosts with maybe 10 minutes. Throw it on a sheet pan, broil it for 8 to 10 minutes. While you're doing that, throw some veggies in the steamer, and there's dinner. That's pretty. He loosened it for you, right?
That's right, they all got it.
Are you a member of the Shred program? Shred?
I'm just going to add in a few. These are pumpkin and sunflower seeds. And again, I soaked and dehydrated these beforehand. And I just add in.
How many of the pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How much
Right.
pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds?
To eat them.
Do I add? A shake here and a shake there. I don't know, do I have it? I have a half a cup of pumpkin seeds and pumpkin and sunflower seeds because I do them together. And then I have a half cup of dried cranberries. Again, you can adjust it to your liking. If you're not a fan of cranberries, you don't want to buy them, that's totally fine too. I do like the extra crunch of the seeds. But again, you could also, if you're doing your pecans, you could chop up some pecans and throw it in there. So, you know, you can really do what you want with it and add in what you like.
Where do you get your seeds?
There is Rice Nutrients. It's on 19. They have a really nice bulk section, and so that's where I get a lot of my dried fruits and seeds and nuts. But I know Whole Foods and Nutrition Smart have a bulk section. So does Abby's. They have a bulk section there. I'm not sure what all that they have. I'm not sure if they have.
So you just get it in bulk from like the bulk?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. I should put my rings back on before I forget them. You wouldn't like that, would you? Okay, so just add in a few cranberries. Could you bring a little tosser? Okay. Use these handy things.
You get your coconut sugar from Costco?
I buy the coconut sugar at on Amazon.
On Amazon? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
but you can get it at, I know Whole Foods has it. and-
Sam's has it.
Sam's has it.
BJ's has it too.
See, I haven't been to BJ's.
Yeah, I got memberships to both BJ's and Costco.
Okay.
They don't have the same things.
Right, right.
So,
I'm getting a Costco.
Costco is good.
Really?
The coconut oil.
Where?
54 and 56.
Oh, yeah, right.
Where the new outlet mall is.
Really?
Where is
I have to drive all the way to
54,
Clearwater.
56, where they're putting in that new outlet mall.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
I think-
different, 56 and 75.
Nice.
Something else is going on
Yeah, this is like a big outlet
there.
mall.
Oh, there's
But
outlet.
that's,
It's across the
the
street.
same they put in the Costco right there.
Wow.
Because
That's gonna be massive. Okay,
Yeah.
you go to
Sam's.
Sam's?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I go to
no.
Sam's,
Oh, Brandon.
but I'm gonna be pregnant, so that makes it even
Or
more.
to be-
You know where the light is now?
You should go to Brandon and Costco.
You know what, I've been to the Brandon Costco, and they don't have as big of a selection as they do at Clearwater. Have you noticed that?
Okay.
Oh, she's telling me to hurry up. See, I could just walk and walk. Go ahead and have it. Thank you.
I don't usually like it either, but everything.
It's enough to make you drool off.
I actually made this salad for Thanksgiving, and it was a big hit.
I don't think I'd want to do it every day, but I like to check the tastes and the texture.
I love this phrase,
But,
yeah, well, it's fermented vegetables, cut them up, break them up.
oh,
Add your, some of your stuff.
So ladies, what do you think?
right. I like the-
All right? All right.
Really enjoyed that.
Good.
Is that it?
That's all we have for containers, unless you, do we need more?
Great save.
Move around with you.
Do we need more? Or do we-
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I broke it there. Okay, yes, we have
That's what
more.
that crunchy thing was.
Protein.
That's what I tell my kids. Extra protein, guys.
She didn't.
If you find a body part in there, it's good for you. Yes, we do have
All right, Emma, you got the floor. Go ahead.
pardon my arms for
It's all you.
I'm coming back. Okay, do we need more? Yes, please. Okay, we're about done putting up my What's that? I said maybe
No.
she's critiquing you. What's that?
I told her she needs to have like a real cooking class. Where they start her house and. Told Ashlyn I'm gonna send it to the Durham dinner board that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna still
She's
pay
like,
yours.
You eat it or you don't eat.
She's like, you're kidding, right? I'm like, no, I'm not. They said it was okay.
Yeah. Send her over.
You have quite a few kids.
They're picky.
Hey, you know what? What's
I
good
can just
more?
bring them at home and I can just go eat them. I'll buy some kale. That's big. That olive oil, it's a little bit of aftertaste. Now that I've had both, I can say
Okay, so I wanted to just tell you really quick the benefits of pumpkin and sunflower seeds. Sure. high amounts of magnesium, zinc. It's also a plant-based omega-3 fat. It's good for your prostate health and it has anti-diabetic effects. It's beneficial for postmenopausal women. It actually helps with hot flashes and night sweats and those things. It's good for your heart and liver, and it has tryptophan for a restful night's sleep. And anti-inflammatory benefits as well.
This is what?
This is the pumpkin and sunflower seeds.
Yes, but I'm sure there's something with the
All right, are we looking good on those? Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff. Yes.
You know, with busy household and kids and everything, do you set aside like a 2-week meal plan, or do you do that, or is it more? Oh,
That
let's have
sounds
this tonight.
wonderful.
I know.
I wish I did
I
that.
have 4 children and I don't. I
Yes,
need to
you
do a
know,
meal plan. I need to do a meal plan.
I used to. I would actually do 2 weeks at a time,
Oh, wow.
and I would put what I was gonna make, and then I would go grocery shopping for 2 weeks. And then, if there were a few things that would have gone bad within that 2 weeks, I would just grab those later on. But I was noticing that I would get to that day and I'm like, I don't really want to eat that. I want something else. So it really didn't work for me. But what I do is when I'm making dinner and I'm going to make, like last night we had salmon cakes. And so, there were there's 2 more of us. So we ate most of them. But I'll make extra and I'll have whatever we had for dinner will be leftovers for lunches.
Yeah.
And that's what I really try to plan for a few meals out of whatever one meal I make. So if I'm gonna roast a chicken, I'm gonna roast 2 chickens. So I have one for our meal or soup or whatever, and then I also have one we don't do lunch meat. So if we want chicken, it's gonna be from the roasted chicken. And so I'll just make an extra to have that, or have it chopped up. We can throw it in like quesadillas, or we're really big, we love burrito bowls, so we make burrito bowls at home, and we'll throw that in there, chicken salad, those kinds of things. So I'm not the best at planning, just because I'll kind of look at there, yes, but it sounds really good.
I'm still having a long day.
Yeah. But that's what I did make up a 5-day meal plan. To help people kind of get their feet wet into eating clean and getting ready, for the new year especially. I know that's a big thing on everybody's mind, is getting healthy and that. And I just wanted, the recipes I put in there were stuff that I could give to Scott and say, here you go, this is what we're having for dinner, go ahead and make dinner. So they're easy to put together, and it won't fail on it, even if you're not a cook and you don't enjoy being in the kitchen. They're pretty easy.
Easy is not my problem.
And that's one of the quotes that I heard recently. And you need to take time to eat healthy, because if you don't take the time to eat healthy, you'll eventually have to take time to be sick. So, yeah. All right, my little. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say, if anybody wants to lick the bowl, there's seeds all over. Okay, let me just get this cleaned up, and then we're gonna make one of my all-time favorite things to eat. I can eat it every day. And it's not chocolate, but I eat chocolate every day. 70% dark though.
2 more.
Right?
90% over here.
Oh, 90?
Wow, that's
Somebody else
Really?
has didn't get that?
Oh, I can't do that.
I can even take 100.
That's like taking a spoonful of cocoa powder.
I can eat chocolate.
No, a little bit. Oh goodness. That's definitely not me.
Now, you said you tried doing the cranberries and you dehydrated them. It's never. So where?
I get these at Wright's, but the bulk section. So anywhere that you go for bulk section. I haven't looked for it in any other place, but you can. They also have them in bags, little bags. But again,
Do you shop much at Whole Foods?
at Whole Foods, I would buy Any grocery store, you shop the perimeter. So Whole Foods, like if I'm running low on my co-op produce, I'll buy some fruits and vegetables there. Like plantains, I don't buy plantains in the co-op, so we love plantain chips, so I'll get those there. You know, meats, I do get my meats at Whole Foods. Actually, we just got a wonderful Christmas present. My in-laws bought us a quarter of a cow. So, and it's and they bought it from Illinois, because it was half the price. Good beef in Illinois. Yes, they got some really nice grass there. So it was half the price of what I could get it here. Thank you. So they brought it down with them. So I have that right now. I do. If you notice at Whole Foods, they do have a rating section on their meat. So step 5 being the highest, where that's grass-fed, and the animals are well taken care of. And then you go down to a step 1. They do have chickens that are step 3, and they have bacon. That's a step 5. It's the most wonderful bacon. And then we do sour cream, cheese. Sparkling water I get at Whole Foods, but a lot of stuff is from the co-op, and then Wright's is a big place that I get like our bulk stuff from. Okay, so that's pretty much cleaned up. Let me just wash my hands one more time. And we are going to make guacamole. Does anybody like guacamole? Do you guys like guacamole? Love guacamole. And there's so many different things that you can do with avocados. You can make them into a salad dressing. You can make them into dessert, like we're going to do tonight. And the health benefits are just tremendous. So, into oil. You got it. You're good.
Chocolate pudding with yours?
Chocolate pudding? Yes. Okay, so we'll see.
Chocolate avocado pudding?
Yes, frosting. Okay, so we're going to start with, we're going to do 4 avocados. That's amazing.
Yeah.
They're saying the avocado oil.
Once a month. Yes, so the next cooking class is February 10th, and it's going to be a Valentine's special. Scott and I are cooking together.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do, just kind of like a romantic date night meals. Let's see. I'll give you dessert. Dessert is going to be homemade chocolate, and like chocolate dipped fruit and those kinds of things. So it'll be a lot of fun.
I'll just be doing the dishes. So, that's the only reason she's bringing me.
No, you can.
Will it be cooked raw, or will it be?
No, we're going to be cooking at that one. Yes. Okay. Sorry guys, Okay, so for guacamole, sometimes I have tomatoes on hand, sometimes I have cilantro. Yeah, these are for dessert. Sometimes I have, jalapenos. So you can really put in it. I'm doing the basic. So even if I'm going to be putting lime juice in it. Even when I don't have a lime at home and we want guacamole, I'll put just garlic, salt, and that's it. And then, I have my guacamole. You can just say that's just going to be kind of for the garbage. But then, you just can add in whatever you like. So this is going to be 4 avocados. And then we're going to need some lime juice, sweetheart. The juice of a lime, some salt and pepper, and a clove of garlic. So for guacamole, I definitely do the real garlic. Oh, they're in this bowl. One? Yes, you wash it.
Now, is all your produce and all your foods in your house pretty much organic?
Most of them, yes. There are a few that aren't, but for the most part, yes.
And did you find it hard to be totally gluten-free with the whole family? Was that a hard transition?
That's funny. I in my website, I started a blog, and it really started from just wanting the kids to know me. But my grandma passed away a little bit over a year ago, and when we were at the funeral, it was wonderful. People were coming up and saying, "Oh, I just talked to your grandma last week. Oh, she just called me 2 days ago. Oh, I just talked to her. Or she calls me every week." She was calling people every week and talking to them. I had no idea. So I didn't really know her on the level that I want my kids to know me. I want them to know my thoughts. I want them to know who I am and what I care about and what I'm passionate about. And so on the blog, my next blog is going to be about our health journey this past year and what it has entailed. But when I was 45 pounds heavier. I've lost 45 pounds in this last year, and it's seriously 25 minutes. I work out for 25 minutes, but I don't skip. I mean, I put my time in, and I just do it, you know. And the inflammation in my body. I go to a chiropractor every 2 weeks. My thumb hurt so bad. I couldn't open a jar. I couldn't open my daughter's cup to put her water in. And I can't believe, I think about how bad I felt. My shoulder hurt. Anyway, I went back to when I was being adjusted. After I went off of gluten, she said, "You had so much inflammation in your body that I didn't even know where to adjust you, because they run a wand down my back and it tells you temperature." And she said there was just so much going on. And my digestion was horrible. Not that anybody wants to hear this, but I couldn't go to the bathroom for a year. My stomach hurt really bad. And Dr. Saxena helped me tremendously because I didn't know what was going on. And at first I started with it was my 8-year-old, it was her birthday. We went January 2nd, we went ice skating. And Scott was putting his skates on, and he said, he's like, "Aren't you going to go ice skating?" And I said, "I am so dizzy." I said, "I can barely walk right now." And I just had no clue what was going on. There was just all these crazy symptoms. And my knees, I had pain in my knees, and this brain fog that I would be having a conversation. If this was me a year ago, I couldn't stand up here because I would forget what I was talking about. It got really bad. And Emma, since kindergarten, had stomach aches, headaches, where she would sleep for 12 hours a night, and it was like she didn't even go to bed. And so, I mean, we had taken her to doctor after doctor. They did some tests, and nothing's wrong with her, nothing's wrong with her. That's what everybody told me when I was little. I always had stomach aches. There's nothing wrong with you. And so I just went on okay, this is who I am. I have stomach aches. I feel bad all the times, and that's just me. Until I finally looked and I was like, I started researching. I'm like, there has to be something else going on. And it was gluten. And I said, "Emma, let's try this. Let's just try it." Within a week, I don't even know if it could have been just a couple days. Yeah. I felt so much better, and the inflammation started going away. And I told her, I'm like, "That's it." I'm like, "I will never eat gluten again."
All right, Emma, so how did you feel after a couple days?
Normal.
So you still had stomach aches? Or you felt better?
I felt better.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed by her cooking skills.
I tried making guacamole, and I was
It's quite gooper.
telling her, I was like, "Yeah, 2 bites, I threw it away." So this is.
So for me, I felt so horrible that off of the gluten, it was amazing, but I still had so many digestive issues that I looked at Scott one day after dinner. I'm like, "So what do you feel like after you eat a meal? Does everything hurt? Do you feel like you just want to go to sleep?" And he's like, "No, I just feel fine." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I just thought that was normal. And so I'm like, I have to go, I have to talk to somebody, but I didn't want to go to a regular doctor because they would have just said, I want you to take this, I want you to take that, I want you to take that. And I wouldn't have gotten to the root of the problem. And so that's when I came here to Dr. Saxena, and she's like, let's just try this elimination diet, and let's try this. And oh my gosh, there's one little thing. I'm sorry, I just keep talking. I was going to an eye doctor, and my eyes hurt all the time. They itched, they watered, they burned. And I was talking to Dr. Saxena because she has this information sheet when you first fill it out, and it says, it asks you about everything. Canker sores. I've had canker sores since I was little. Very painful canker sores. And so it goes into just the tiniest detail. Well, my eyes, she asked about the eyes. She said, well, why do you have itchy eyes? Do you have allergies? I'm like, no, I don't have allergies. And I said, I think it's something to do with my contacts. And she said, well, what contact solution are you wearing or using? And I was like, well, no, I have the no preservative contact solution. It's just hydrogen peroxide. And then I rinse them with saline solution. She's like, well, what's in your saline solution? I'm like, it's salt water. And she's like, go home and look at your saline solution. 2 preservatives in my saline solution. Stopped using it, my eyes are fine. And I mean, that had been years that my eyes were bothering me. So it just kind of gets you to the root of the problem. So there's my kind of journey. But so did getting rid of the gluten bother me? I felt so horrible with it that I didn't care.
Right.
And we just actually got some gluten-free bread the other day. It was some sourdough. And I was telling Scott about it, and he said, well, what did you think? And I'm like, it was a piece of bread. Like, I don't miss it. I don't miss it because I fill up on fruits and vegetables and healthy fats and those kind of things, the things you're supposed to be eating. Because really a serving of grains is a half a cup a day. So if you're eating more than a half a cup of grains a day, you're eating way too much, and you need to fill in with other things. So I hope that helped. I mean, I just kind of went off on a tangent, and okay, you got those. Did you get the lemon or the lime juice? Okay, she's good. She just takes over for me. Can I pour that in? Oh, no? Yeah, no. I'll get the garlic. How about that? Okay. So we're going to do 1 clove of garlic. And let's see, did you get the salt? Okay. Again, we'll just salt and pepper and then taste as you go. And usually with guacamole, what do you usually eat with guacamole? Chips. Or we're going to do veggies. Okay? We have... Well, wait, I'm not. You want to do these? Okay, I'll change it. She wants to chop the veggies. She enjoys the chopping part. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the hard part and mush the avocados.
So Elizabeth, what kind of grains do you eat?
Not very many. We rice every once in a while. Careful with that. If we do the gluten-free bread, it's millet flour. But I mean, I was gonna say we don't really. I was trying to think that we just don't really eat grains.
How about quinoa?
I don't like quinoa. That's why I was like, okay, I know quinoa is supposed to be really good for you. I'm really gonna give this a try, but I just think it tastes like dirt. I try.
Please don't make salads with it.
I like the I made protein bars. I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this. I've made a lot of things with it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make this punch. It was like kind of like your play on like an oatmeal type thing, and it was like a pumpkin quinoa porridge.
It's better as a salad.
Yeah.
I think the key is to make sure you're not overcooking it. I think if you use it more as a salad and it's cooked very al dente and what you use it with, I think
It's
the
much
more-
better.
Or what?
I made it out of protein bars. Remember I posted that picture?
The protein bars,
They're
yeah.
pretty good.
See, for me, I just rather not eat them, I guess. I mean, I needed to heal my gut. So after talking with Dr. Saxena, and I started I had gotten away from the grains because I really wanted to give my gut a chance to heal because of all the damage from the gluten first. I probably had an issue my whole life and they never diagnosed it. So that's why I first went away from grains, but then I noticed that I don't miss them. So for me, it doesn't matter. And that's when Mom's like, don't you miss a piece of bread? And it just doesn't, I'm okay without it. It is harder to go out to eat, but if you stick to, your vegetables and your protein, and I find that I can still do things. It's not, maybe as exciting as going out and getting a big burger and French fries and all that kind of stuff, but then I don't want to feel bad, and so that's what I take into consideration as well.
Most places will give you a lettuce wrap instead of a bun on
Yes,
burgers anyway.
yes. I know. I think restaurants now are a lot more gluten friendly than before.
Yeah, Robin's puts GF on their menus, and I was sitting there the other day going, what's GF? And of all people, I'm like,
Oh, Lori, you should know that one by
I know, but
now.
I've been there, like, that was my daughter's favorite restaurant, and I had the same problem, I couldn't eat the pasta anymore, I was like, well, I just thought you were supposed to, like, I started working here in September 11, and I remember the first day I walked in, and I said something about, I'm gonna go eat this big gluten, and they're like, oh, no.
Oh, Lori, no you won't.
I couldn't believe, I did the same thing as you, I couldn't believe, whoa, like the swelling like that on my stomach, I'm like, whoa, I already lost like 4 or 5 pounds just from not eating gluten.
Oh
That's
yeah,
great.
I mean there would be one day where I could wear my jeans, and the next day I couldn't even zip them. That I was that bloated. Okay, I don't know how well this.
Maybe what you don't know till you have this problem, huh?
Yeah, percent of great food.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I didn't know, I was like, oh,
Usually I use a potato masher for this, but I forgot that one. Oh well. Well, actually Emma brought the what did you do? Let's see. Oh, the pastry cutter that we don't use anymore. She thought that was the potato masher. So let me give you some awesome tidbits about avocado. So they're loaded with healthy fats, fiber, and a bunch of nutrients. Like I said before, they contain more potassium than bananas, and they are also loaded with fiber. And they're good for your eyes and your heart, and they also help you absorb nutrients from other foods as well. Okay, so this is going to be a chunky guacamole.
feel like what's the time frame you can keep your guacamole in your refrigerator after you make it?
You know what? If you just squeeze a little bit of lime on the top, like if you're going to put it in the fridge, squeeze a little bit of lime on the top, and it'll stay good for a little bit. And even if it gets a little brown, I just mix it in. But I would say a day. No, you don't do the brown? Oh no! That's not good. This is fresh. There's no brown in this one. My husband will eat anything. So.
He never makes it to the next day.
Yeah, it usually doesn't make it to the next day, you're right.
She's not making it. No, it's just enough to kind of throw it in there.
I use the peeler.
It's for lunch every day when I'm on my sugar.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time with this.
So do you find for your children for school, with them being gluten-free, do you do more veggies, and what kind of lunches?
You know, if you go to my my Facebook page, I have it's Facebook www.facebook.com/dinnerwiththedurhams, and I actually post a picture of their lunches.
Oh, cool.
So I'll do. Like I said before, I do a lot of leftover. I try to do a lot of more. Like if I'm making burgers one night, I'll make up extra, so enough so I know that okay,
Yeah.
I have lunches for the next day,
Right.
and then I'll just add in some, or I don't know, what do you like to take in your lunch, Emma? She's my easy one. This girl will just, except for guacamole, she doesn't like guacamole. Oh, I'm getting to her. So it's just really,
No, it's that whole premise of eat it or you starve.
eat it or you starve, yes. That really is, I mean, you eat what's on your plate or you don't get it. And if we by chance have dessert one night and you don't finish your plate, then you don't get dessert. Which I'm not one that says you have to finish your plate, but if I give you a small helping of vegetables and you decide you're not going to eat those vegetables, you don't get dessert. So, but they definitely don't. I'm stop eating when you're full. So, don't want you to think I'm making them eat more than me. Yes. Okay. So, we have our guacamole. Looking good? We'll go ahead and taste it and see if we need more salt. I'd say a little bit more salt. Okay. Time for the guacamole and veggies. Do you want me to hear? Can I do the carrots? Why don't you go ahead and start serving those up? If I trim, okay. One of each vegetable. If I trip over here.
See if I can help you.
Here we go.
That's good advice that our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents. Look, you're praying. I know what you do. I should be paid. Yeah, really.
That on my person,
Oh, and just an FYI for your moms, carrots taste so much better when you cut them diagonally.
Oh, they do? Okay.
No, but kids think so.
You need to sit down and talk really and hate them, they'll tell you what they think of carrots.
Go to this website and print them off.
The teacher called me during her carrot surgery last year in grade 6. I would give her some, I would give her 3 carrots and she stopped going on her way.
Emma was telling me that there's a little girl that sits next to her every day. She throws her sandwich away. Every day.
Oh, I have subs in the lunchroom and you would be appalled.
But at night, that's throw away. As long as it's the garbage food, that's all.
And I finally told my kids, if you don't want to eat it, at least bring it home. That's enough, just bring it home. I want to know what they ate.
You know,
I want to know what she ate from
because I'm kind of thinking.
Yes.
I still have your ear.
Are these what's in season right now? So everything from the co-op is just what's in season, right?
No, I do, the growing season here in Florida is, well, right now. So we've got, let's see, we've got cucumbers right now, lettuces, a lot of the greens, beets, a lot of root or some of the root vegetables.
how we doing?
Uh-oh.
We have
15
Yeah, we're on 11 still. 5 more.
My husband, I've met him before he came, he's alright. No,
I'm good.
He's gonna be skunked.
I don't change my.
That's all she gives me.
Guys, if you want a drink, go ahead and.
She says there's 200 people that got any cookies.
I was just being funny. It's totally different. Thank you. And I got one coming.
We're just about out of shape.
I got one coming. I did for she took home.
Yeah, well, well, we might have, there might be one more in here.
I have that one. You know, right out of church, right by the public.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I could put avocado on anything to make my day. It is.
Yeah, right.
Guess what time it is? Okay, guys, we still have dessert.
So they play soccer together, baseball with
Okay, everybody sit down. I realized I talked for too long, and it's already 8:30. And we've already done it. 8. Yeah, no, 8:30.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's 8. So, if you guys are ready to go, I can just go ahead and you can serve dessert, or I can serve it, or if you guys want to see me do it, or what do you think? Are you guys ready to head out? Or you have to go? Okay, well, here, you need to take dessert.
But I'm gonna make it at home.
Well, you know what? The recipe is in there. And let me grab, let me get like a.
We'll serve anybody that has to leave first. Dessert.
Here we go.
I have some steak and it's just, I don't know if you want to see that I want to eat it because everything else is there.
Do you guys want to have a little dessert for you? We'll serve it first. And we can still, you can leave your, I'll take your garbage.
No, it's free.
So I'll go through really quick how I made them. So the crust is in the food processor. It is 1 cup of pecans and 6 dates that you just, again, that's from the bulk section, so let me just kind of show you this. So I've got my 1 cup of pecans, and then I just seed the dates, put those in there. A half a cup of shredded coconut, and then 1 tablespoon of coconut. You put it in the food processor, let it go, just kind of grind it up. It doesn't have to be like the pecan butter. And then you can actually use, like I said, I thought these would be really cute, but I don't know that the paper is going to come off too easily. Did it come off okay? Okay. Oh, nice. Well, you can make a whole pie with this. And so then once you get your crust done, clean out your food processor, you're going to add in two avocados, a half a cup of lime juice, a half a cup of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and then you want to use the zest of two limes, so you want to use the zester to get the zest. And then 1 can of coconut milk. And I don't know if anybody's made whipped cream from coconut milk. Okay, so you get your avocados and everything mixed up in here, your lime juice, the maple syrup. And then with your coconut milk, you're going to take the can out of, you have to have it in the fridge for about 24 hours. Open up your can. You want to scoop the cream off the top of your can of coconut milk. And then you'll notice, like, once you get to the water at the bottom, put it in a thing and then just whisk it up like you would like you would make whipped cream. So you want to whisk it until with the hand whisker. That's down there. Or the hand beater. And so you whisk that up until you have hard peaks. And then you dump in the key lime mixture and mix that up and then pour it into your pie shell if you want to make a whole pie. Put it in the freezer, and then 2 hours before you want to eat your pie, put it in the fridge and let it kind of soften up. And there you go, key lime pie. Raw key lime pie. Is it good? Awesome.
I'm gonna be smart.
Thank you, everybody. And if you haven't had a chance to fill out the form, you can go ahead and fill that out.
Great, yes, I
And then if you want to go ahead and draw a name.
And she said, oh, you cannot use.
Or the Shakeology sample. Okay. Would you like to draw the name? Can you draw one of the names out of there? Just pick one of the papers for me. Okay, let's see. Deb Cordell. Oh, did she leave? No, she's there. Oh, great. Deb Cordell? No, she wasn't. Okay. You want to pick another one? Oh, and Craig Cordell. Okay. They just left. Let's try it again. Michelle Schumont? That's me. Yay! Okay, chocolate or vanilla? Chocolate. All right. There you go. Thank you. You're welcome.
That's not a.
I'm sorry, I started to tell you this. At the top of the first page, you'll notice our website. It will hopefully be up by February 1st. That's our goal. And you can go on there and get a lot of information. You can contact me. You know, I'm an open book. If you have questions, if you need help with something, I don't know if I've been through it, but if I have, if I haven't, I'll let you know. And, but I'm here to help in any way that I can. So I hope you enjoyed. And the next class is February 10th. And so sign up as soon as the registration is open because it will fill up fast. So thank you everybody for being here.